Hey guys, John Elder, Corey Brewer, back from Nashville. I want to take you through 3 e-cises today to help cure that headache pain that you're dealing with about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Corey, we're going to start with a standing quad stretch. So I want you to come over to the door, grab a hold of the doorknob there, and I want you to bring your right foot back up behind you. Now the reason I like doing this against the door is so that she can kind of lean away from the wall a little bit. So let your hips travel away. We want to make sure the hips stay level. I want her knees side by side, and when she gets it right there, I want her to tuck her pelvis under like she's trying to pull the tailbone down underneath the body. Now you should feel this stretch in the front of the thigh, but remember it's just as much about stretching the quad as it is loading and making this opposite hip work. So you should feel some work maybe in the lateral hip or even around into the glute, maybe in the front, but most likely on the side. Hold this for about a minute, minute and a half, and go ahead and switch sides for me, Corey. Good. On the standing leg, we want to make sure the foot's pointed dead ahead. Good. Get those knees side by side. Let yourself kind of drift away from the door a little bit, and then tuck under for me. Good. Now as you tuck, you may have seen her knee kind of jut forward. That's what we don't want, so make sure that knee goes back. Good. Feeling it in the quad?
Very much so.
Good. So we're feeling the stretch in the quad, but we're also working this down leg as well, making that hip do some work. Like I said, about a minute, minute and a half on each side. Good, go ahead and relax. I want you to come down on your hands and knees for me. We're going to do a static extension position. So we're going to start in the cat and dog position, which is the hip right in line with the knee, shoulder right in line with the wrist. Now I want you to walk your hands forward, one hand length, a little bit more for me, right about there. I want you to shift your weight forward so the shoulder's back in line with the wrist, but don't get too flat here. I want you to arch your back like you're trying to stick your butt out in the air, let your shoulder blades sink together, and let your head collapse. Move the hands back for me just a little bit. Keep coming. About right there. Good. So if we're looking at her from the side, we should see that the hip, the middle of the hip is about 6 inches or so in front of the knee. So don't get too flat, don't stride too far out with this one. Keep those shoulder blades together, elbows locked out, let the head drop. Now, Corey has a little bit of a hyperextension in her elbow right now, so what I would do to change this, if you have this going on at home, is to rotate the elbows in towards each other. So you're going to go right there, but don't shrug. Pull the shoulder blades down, rotate the elbows towards each other, almost kind of like you're trying to pronate the hand and put the weight on the thumb and the index finger. That'll help take out that little bit of hyperextension. We're going to hold this for 2 minutes. If you need to break it up, you can and do sets of a minute or 30 seconds. However you can get to 2 minutes is fine with me. Good. Now I want to show you how you're going to be able to do these things at work. So the next exercise, go ahead and relax out of that for me. Come over here and sit down on the block. The next exercise we're going to do, it's called sitting knee pillow squeezes. Now you may not have a pillow at work, so I'm going to show you how to do these without that. I want you to sit in the middle of your chair, so not all the way to the front, not all the way to the back, about mid-chair. Corey, I want you to roll your hips forwards. So she's getting the motion coming from the hip, not from the mid-back and arching through her thoracic spine. I want you to take 2 fists side by side, put them right between your knees. Bring the feet forward just a little bit. We want the knee right on top of the ankle, hips rolled forward, fists between the knees, and I want you to squeeze and release, squeeze and release. I want you to squeeze with about 60 to 70% of full strength and do about 60 of these total. You can do 3 sets of 20, you can do sets of 15 or 10, however you can get to 60. You should start to feel the work in the middle of the inner thigh, maybe even in through the lateral hip a little bit, but we want that work on the inner thigh. So these are the 3 exercises to help eliminate your headache. You can do these at your desk, grab onto your doorknob, go down on all fours, sitting in your chair with your knees between the fists between the knees. 3 exercises to eliminate that headache pain. As always, contact us with any questions. The phone number is 615-771-8556. My personal email is johne@agoscu.com, johne@egoscue.com, and you can check out the blog at Be Pain Free for Life. Keep moving.